Hey, deputies! Well, a lot of you have been asking me about Alpha 14, and I feel that Alpha 14 is going to be out very soon, although I don't know when exactly, but it might even be tomorrow, or today, whenever this video comes out. I don't know when. I'll get this video out as soon as I can, but so it's soon. We don't know when. Now, here I have with me on the line is Space4Ace. He is very knowledgeable about Alpha 14. He's more knowledgeable than me. So I'm going to have him chime in with anything that he wants to say whenever he feels
Yes.
And so anyway, so I'm going to start talking about Alpha 14 and tell you what I know about it. And what it says. Basically I'm going by various sources, mostly the forums. But Alpha 14 will primarily be about optimization and performance. So there's not going to be like new zombies or a lot of the things that Alpha 13 gave us. We're not going to have as much visual changes. Although the clothing or armor and stuff is going to be more smooth because they supposedly have fixed when it's like when you can see one clothing is going through the other and it doesn't look right.
Yeah.
And so when they fix that, it's going to look a lot more smoother. So I'm looking forward to that. There's going to be a new hide poncho, which, so I guess, when you're low level and you need a way to keep warm, you can make a poncho to help keep warm. I think there's going to be a lot of improvements to Navigating. The terrain's supposed to be more smooth. The water will be deeper because currently the water is like 1 block deep. And so that's going to be changed. And there also will be higher hills and mountains and things like that.
Yes, that should be nice.
Yeah. Let's see. They're going to add full Kevlar and army fatigues. There's going to be a new death animation where, like, if you get killed by a zombie, the zombie will eat you. Right?
Yeah, it's supposed to be very interesting. Apparently, well, of course, you see that in third person. And apparently when you're spawning, I think I heard that when you're spawning, it's the same thing. You kind of see yourself in third person until you completely spawn, and then it's regular first person view.
Oh, I didn't know about that. That sounds
Yeah,
cool.
somebody mentioned that, so I guess that's how it's going to be.
Yeah, well, that makes sense because right here on this list I'm looking at, it says new death animation and spawning, and I didn't know what the and spawning was, but I guess it's what you just mentioned.
Yeah. That's I read this recently, so yeah.
It's it says unified sunset, day and night clearly evident. So I don't know exactly what that means, but it sounds good. I guess that means it's going to be more pronounced difference between day and night. Yeah,
they were saying also the effects of the sun rays will be nicer also. I find that it's okay right now, but apparently they improved that too. So it should be very nice visuals. Yeah.
It says animation-driven sound effects, footsteps perfectly in sync, and body thud effects when hitting ground. That's going to make things more realistic.
Yeah.
I think I'm going to like that.
Especially if we actually hear them coming.
Exactly.
Especially like the dogs. Sometimes you don't hear them until they're right on you. And so that's
exactly. That's going to be very nice.
Yeah.
let's see. It says hundreds of community-assisted XML fixes.
Yeah, that guy Gas, and I think there's another one. Sadly, I cannot remember his name. Apparently, they worked on the XML files. They fixed lots of the mistakes that were in, and I think there's a lot of stuff that was also added that we're going to be able to make now that were in the how do you call that menu? That creative menu. There was a lot of stuff in the creative menu that you couldn't get into the game.
Right, like
So
Flagstone.
yeah, you had to use a cheat to go in and get those things, whatever, if you're building. So now apparently you'll be able to make a lot of those things. So that should be nice for especially for people who like building. It should be very nice.
Says a load of new perks. Unlock things like steel smithy, ammo crafting, and cement mixing with various perks. But they'll still have the books in there.
Yeah, for now the books will still be there.
So if you can't find like some books, you'll be able to get the perk, right?
Yeah, apparently you can still get the perks.
That'll be cool.
I think you forgot about the major optimizations also. That's important.
Oh well, I said it like at the start that like
okay.
the whole Alpha 14 is mostly going to be optimizations and stuff.
Yeah, apparently everything is a lot smoother, and apparently it's got the feel of the older versions of the game. Like I don't know how old they're talking about, but it's got more the feeling of the older game, but except everything is like nice and polished now. So it should be very interesting.
Yeah, that's very like vague. I don't really know what they mean by that, but maybe when I start playing it, I'll know what they mean.
Yeah, that's true.
So lots of bug fixes, optimization, that will be good. So maybe we'll get better frame rates and stuff.
Yeah, I hope so.
And Navigain is going to have new points of interest.
Yeah.
And the whole Navigain map will be much larger.
Yeah. If I remember right, the new town that they're making for the Navigain map will be the largest town that they have.
Oh yeah, they're calling it Parishton.
Yeah, it should be really nice. It's gonna have banks and diners and stuff like that. It should be very nice.
Oh yeah, I remember seeing some pictures of that.
Yeah.
And we'll be able to make signs.
Yeah, apparently. Apparently they'll.
So they would be, I guess, blocks. We would make a block that would be a letter, right?
I think it's gonna be. It's gonna be like. Like one of those panels that you can actually put in front of a block. It's gonna be kind of like that, I think. It's going to be letters, but it can, it won't stick out like a block,
So it'd be like a half block, maybe?
It will be like flat. A bit like, let's say, a window or a piece of fence, one of like that.
Yeah. Well, I think the windows and fence are like half blocks.
Yeah, oh, okay.
But, anyways, so there's a new smoothing algorithm that makes the land and the water more natural looking, evidently. Let's see. So this largest city, Parishton, is supposed to be in the plains, right?
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
And there's supposed to be a bandit shantytown and a huge lake with islands.
Yeah, that should be nice too. There will be the lake will be. I think there was a large lake already in a Navigain, but apparently it's going to be even bigger because the full map will be much bigger than it used to be. So.
Yeah, when you first start the game, there's going to be an introductory quest for new people to help them learn the basics, like a quest to like make an axe, evidently from
Mm.
a picture that I've seen
Yeah.
that showed like a quest to make an axe, stone axe. And there's going to be repeatable quest note challenges.
Hmm.
Radiant buried treasure quest system for infinite digging for treasure fun. That sounds interesting.
The map will look like Swiss cheese.
uh,
We'll be digging everywhere.
well, then we'll
That's
have to
gonna be
have
nice.
some environmentalists come in and protest our digging and say you're destroying the landscape.
But I guess you probably find a map and it tells you more or less where to dig or something like I guess something like that.
Yeah, probably. And then you go and dig there and you get some treasure. I don't know what the treasure will be, but
Well, but I'm sure it's going to be like something that's difficult to get in any other way. I guess
yeah.
should
Maybe
be
a purple
fun.
miner's helmet or something.
Yeah, maybe it could be. Yeah.
Rebalancing of block damage.
Hmm.
Lovely in XP. So when you start off and you just have a stone axe, it's not going to take forever for you to break through that door or that
Yes.
window. And you're
Yeah.
going to be able to do that a little bit more faster. Some random gen improvements. I don't know specifics, but that's what it says. It says random gen improvements.
Yeah, I think some of the new features will be in Random Gen, like the quest and some of that stuff
Yeah.
should be there too.
Here it says they're adding banks, diners, cell towers, cemeteries, car lots, and a wasteland shantytown. I guess that's the Bandit shantytown, or is that something different?
No, I think that is the
So that's
Shantytown
in the
is like
wasteland.
yes,
Okay.
yes.
So
That's it.
and
That one's
Periston
the
is in the
waste.
plains.
Yes.
Okay. So it sounds like most of the new expanded lands is going to be on the western side of the map. Is
Yeah,
my-
yeah, probably, but apparently they move things around a bit also. It's not cannot expect it to be the same and just adding a few things. Apparently they
Right.
change things around, so anybody who has played the Navezgane map will still be a bit, wondering where everything is. So that's nice that they changed that. I think because who wants to play the same old map forever.
Exactly.
So that should be fun to try to find where the stuff is now.
So let's see. Tree optimization, fixed fog, sun banding. Sun is nice and smooth now with intense fog. 4 pages of perks, most with 3 to 5 ranks. Which right now I think we only have 3 ranks, or do any of the perks that we have now have more than 3 ranks?
I don't remember.
I don't remember seeing any.
Yeah,
But mostly what I just get is Quality Joe, and I know that has 3 ranks.
because I know. Of course, we don't have 4 pages of perks right now, so
Right.
that's a lot more. Yeah, and the Gore blocks are not coming back yet. They might bring them back, but they're still working on it. And well, the diamond-shaped ones, if you remember, those apparently they don't work, so they don't want to have that. But the ones that look more like skeletons, they might come back, but probably not for Alpha 13. But they might come back. And what is gonna happen is, let's say you have some spikes and you have a zombie that dies and it becomes a gore block. If another zombie goes on top of that, he won't get damage from the spikes anymore because he's on top of the gore block. So that's gonna almost like protect the zombies. So it's
Wow.
should be kind of interesting. They'll be able to like climb on that and maybe reach you or something, but they won't
Huh.
get any damage from the spikes.
Huh.
That should be quite interesting.
That would that would change things, wouldn't it?
Mm-mm.
Okay, they're adding preset characters, so if you don't want to make a character from scratch, you can just pick one. There's one that's called Clint, who is a rugged cowboy type with a short beard, a new short beard. There's Grace, who has a new Asian face mesh and red hair.
Yeah.
Um, so I guess they have more than those two, but those are the only two I know of. Let's see. Improved animations. All the clipping in the clothing has been fixed, which is going to make the game look a whole lot more polished. Definitely.
Yeah, and apparently in the sunglasses you'll be able to see the reflection of the zombies. I'd say
Oh.
that's what it says.
Yeah, if you're in multiplayer.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, if you're a multiplayer, you'll see like your friend or something as you can see to inside these glasses the reflection of other things. So that should be nice because usually the games, usually if you see a mirror or something, you don't see yourself in it.
Yeah.
But this, I don't know why it's like that, but that's how it is. So maybe they're changing that now.
Yeah, that's probably it. They probably make it so that reflections will actually show the avatars.
Yeah.
Well, we were talking about how it's supposed to feel more like an older version of 7 Days to Die, and maybe it's because you can break things down faster now because of the change with the Gore blocks.
Yeah, but that's you. While you spend this time breaking stuff, and you can actually do other things. Because early in the
Right.
game, you would have to break things with a stone axe, which would take forever.
Right.
And even Madball, when he started playing one night, and then he realized, I said, "Well, that thing doesn't make sense." He said, "We have to change that." He realized himself at some point that whoa, that is not good.
And we'll be able to switch between items on our toolbar faster. Supposed to be
Yes,
faster.
yes.
Yes, that will be good. Because sometimes I'm trying to switch from my crossbow to my club, and it's so slow.
Yeah, yeah.
Let's see. So, like, weapons and items are supposed to be rebalanced.
Hmm.
Um,
Yeah. Yeah, well, sadly, they're working on a new bear, but it won't be available until probably Alpha 15.
oh,
But at least it's nice that they're making a new bear because the other one was really a default bear that was in the Unity, so they didn't really do anything on it. So now they're making their own. It's
oh.
gonna be nice from the pictures we saw. It should be
Yeah,
really
it looks
nice.
great from the pictures.
Looks more like a bear actually. It looks
Yeah,
meaner.
exactly.
Looks meaner too.
Let's see. Some of the Navezgane old Navezgane locations have been moved around or changed. So there's going to be we're going to want to explore all of Navezgane to see what's changed and see where stuff is now.
Yeah.
I'm going to be loading up a Navezgane game right off the bat.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're going to be able to make a lot of the blocks that before we'd have to use the creative menu to make certain blocks, like I don't know, flagstone and things like that. But now we're going to be able to make a whole bunch of other blocks
Yes.
other than the ones that we have been used to.
Oh,
They've
and
added Adobe.
so,
So
oh yes,
you can
yes.
build like a desert fort with Adobe.
Hmm. There's the new workstations, I think, that you didn't mention, right?
No, I didn't mention that.
That's been it's kind of old news already. I'm trying to find where they were showing it. New workstations, workbenches. They don't really know. Anyways, they will certain perks will unlock a workstation, and then you'll be able to and a concrete mixer also.
Hmm.
Yeah,
That would be cool.
yeah. Those things I think they're gonna be in Alpha 14. I haven't heard about it since the time they announced it, but it was supposed to be included. That was mentioned like 2 months ago already.
So, from this one sentence, I'm like thinking that pistols will be much quieter, maybe not silenced, but much quieter, because it says the pistol might not be uber powerful, but it is now quiet, so it would be useful to dispatch a few zombies quietly without alerting the entire wasteland.
Uh,
I wonder if they're going to have silencers, maybe not with Alpha 14, but at some point where you could have silencers on your guns. That would be awesome.
yes, yes, it would be. Yeah, because right now, like they say here in the wasteland, if you use a pistol or something, oh God, you alert all the zombies.
Yeah. So he says in his blog that the shantytown, it says it could be a settlement to do trading, a bandit fort, or either of those, but overrun by zombies. There are many vendor shops inside of it and lots of places to explore. So what causes the difference? I mean, I wonder if it's going to be random or if it's something that happens that would make it change from a trading place to a bandit fort.
Yeah, I
Or is it
wonder.
just like a random POI or something? I don't know. I don't understand.
Yeah, me too. I'm not sure what he is actually saying here.
But it's
Well,
interesting.
yeah, I think for now it's going to be that thing will be in Alpha 14, but will be empty. I would guess, and maybe in 15 they will start adding the NPCs. So I think for now it will be just a nice thing to look at. It won't be that much to do in with it. It should be nice too.
Cool. Yeah, it's pretty. All the alphas are pretty exciting, even though, this one's mostly supposed to just be optimizations and bug fixes. It's
Yeah.
still going to have some nice new additions, and so I am excited about it. Let's see. Kevlar helmet and armor. So be more. Right now, we already have a Kevlar helmet, but we will be able to make a full suit of Kevlar
The full
armor.
suit.
I guess
Yeah, yes.
that is probably going to be the best armor in the game.
I don't know if you're gonna make it or you find it.
Oh, maybe if you just find it.
Yeah, I'm not sure about that. I don't think they ever mentioned exactly.
Yeah.
But yeah, that should be nice. Except it's missing the one important thing is that you have no light on it on the helmet.
Oh yeah. Because of that, I always use the miner's helmet if I have it, just because I like having that light. It would be
Well,
nice if you could
Yeah,
affix a flashlight to your Kevlar helmet, in the crafting window or something. That would be nice.
you know what I usually do when I have a flashlight, I put it on my gun that I use the most often. So at least I can see at night with the gun, but if I want to use, let's say I'm in a mine, I want to use a pickaxe, then oh well, I cannot use the gun. So then you still need torches to put around, you know.
So there's supposed to be a big lake and marinas and boat docks. Well, it'd have to be pretty big to have a marina and a boat dock, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
That's going to be interesting. Because we haven't had anything like that in the game so far.
Yeah.
And you know, I haven't seen the what do they call those? The parking decks. I haven't seen those in a while. In a few alphas, I haven't seen a parking deck, but
Yeah.
it looks from like this picture that that's going to be, at least in the Navis game. It might not be in the random gen, but yeah, I kind of miss those. You know, it's like it's something that I didn't even realize that I hadn't seen in a while until I saw this picture, and then I'm like, oh, and you used to always see those in the hub cities
Yeah.
back in Alpha 10, but I don't think it was in. I think they removed it in Alpha 11.
Yeah, it's like I think it was white. Was it white or yellow lines that were on the streets of the hub city? And but somebody asked, so are you gonna eventually have lines on the roads and all that? But they said apparently it's very difficult to do to make it look good.
Yeah.
Especially, I think, probably with random gen, it might be kind of difficult. So I don't think that's going to happen anytime soon.
Yeah. Well, it's certainly going to be very exciting.
Yes.
And it might even come out tomorrow.
Yeah, we hope. Yeah, we hope so before Good Friday.
Yes, that
That'd
would be
be
nice.
nice.
But if not, then, you know, it's coming out soon. We know that much.
Yeah.
We know it's coming out soon. So, well, I can't think of anything to add at this point. Is there anything you want to add?
No, I think that pretty much covers it.
Yeah. So I hope you guys like this video and that it's been informative for you. Of course, when the game comes out, I will put out a video as soon as I can of the Alpha 14. And so if you like this video, give me a thumbs up, comment below, and don't forget to subscribe.
Bye.
And I have 7 days to die. 7 days to die. 7 days to die. 7 days to die. 7 days to die.